Hey there everyone, it's Joe from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, selling you the best bullion bars and coins, shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne in Australia. This is another precious metals price analysis where we take a look at the big four: gold, silver, platinum and palladium. Head over to youtube.com/bullionnow, join the family. Nearly 16,000 of us right now. Get the big warm fuzzy feeling, the dopamine hit when you join the family. Join the winning team by hitting the big red subscribe button right there. Lots of weekly video, lots of daily videos, almost 5 or 6 videos a week. Lots of different content. You'd be really interested in checking it out if you haven't already. Okay, it's been a while since I've done an analysis, so let's take a quick look at where we've come from roughly. But right now we're looking at a price of, let's see, it's $1,700 and nearly $50, so $1,748 in US dollar terms. We always talk about the price in US dollars, and so just do your own currency conversion to wherever you are in the world. So we've seen a bit of a tick down recently, and potentially, not financial advice and all that sort of stuff. Let's take a look at where the prices could go down to further if we break down further from here. Let's see, I'll pop on all the different lines, etc. So the last analysis, I had been talking about this key level of 1,760 US dollars. We were hovering above there, and I was suggesting we needed to stay above and have it as support in order for me to be confident that we wouldn't break down further and that we might continue in a bit of a range and then eventually break out of this downtrend line, this yellow line right here. We have since broken underneath 1760, so it tells me we might see a little bit more of short-term pain, short to mid-term pain. Again, not financial advice. I can't tell you exactly where the prices are going to go because I'm not a soothsayer, but let's take a look at some certain support levels. I've just drawn this in just before I started this video, right here at $1,720. You can see there it seems to be a sort of a little semi-support level right there. So I could see a little bounce from 1,720, failing to keep that as support. So for example, if we were to come down to 1720, back up to that sort of 1760 level and then breaking down further, you're going to see obviously this big level of support, a big line in the sand right here. This is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 previous levels of support. It would become a 6th level of support at around about 1,680 US dollars. I'm going to say, and I probably did say it around here, but if the 6th time, I don't know if that's going to be 6th time lucky in terms of remaining support for a long period of time. I think if we come down to 1,680, much more likely chance that we break down further, but we'll just keep it as a support level for now. Definitely not saying we're going to break through there. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just telling you what I see and giving you various scenarios. But let's take a look at levels moving down further if we were to. Right here, the most obvious one I think here is a level of previous resistance right here at 1,620 US dollars, and breaking down further from there, you've got the 50-day exponential moving average. So this is the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. This is on the monthly time frame. You can see here that in a bull run, you've got the 50-day exponential moving average as a level of support. Sometimes right there, you can see it right here, a big level of support. Then you can see it as a sort of a level of resistance once we broke through there, and then a level of support right here as well. So you might see that at around about 1,590, but as the weeks go by, if we do continue down for the next few weeks, you would see this exponential moving average rise. So it might actually come to meet that support level of 1,620. So that's what I'm going to say for now. 1,620 is my next line in the sand, breaking down below 1,680. Down from there, if we're talking, a couple of months worth of red candles, or a downtrend, I should say, the big one, as I've been talking about very much over the last number of weeks and months, is this one right here at $1,555. Call it, $1,550 as a sort of an more even number. Right there is your big line in the sand, big one. So that's where I think we could potentially head down if this is going to continue to be red weeks or a red couple of months in the gold price. Let's take a look. I'm going to leave the up targets for now. You can click on, or you can pause this video, I should say, and just look at these previous blue lines drawn in, and you can see my levels of resistance moving higher. Let's take a look at silver. Where are we? Right here. We've seen a down movement in silver over the last couple of months. We'll take a look at the weekly time frame. We definitely broke through that yellow trend line. I will get rid of that for now. So we came down to 23.40, back up to, what do you know, back up to as a resistance level. This is on the weekly time frame, the 50-day exponential moving average on the 50-day time frame. It was a level of resistance. It failed to break above, so there was a fast move to the downside on the weekly time frame. And we're hovering now at 22.14. We've seen a bit of a sell-off overnight as the market opened, I should say. And this is over the last few days, not including the weekend. So room to move down there is, I believe. Again, not financial advice, but if we were to move down further, where would we move down to? For me personally, it's around about this $20.80 US dollar level to your $21 US level. That's going to be the next line in the sand. Why? Because you've got on the weekly time frame right here the 200-day exponential moving average sitting around about your $20.85 level. And if you take a look, excuse me, I get that. If you take a look on the monthly time frame, the 50-day exponential moving average is also hovering around about your $20.70. So around about that $20.70 to $21 will be the next little line in the sand. Breaking down further from there, you're going to be looking at this next support line right here, which was previous resistance, and it broke through, and that's going to be at your $19.60. So I'm going to say it's a bit of a range, but the next big level of support is either going, or the next big bounce is going to be either somewhere between, I'm going to say, $21 and $19.60. So that is, for me, the key level of support. So anywhere between there and there. I hope that all makes sense. That is if we're breaking down further. Odds are we are breaking down further, seeing as though we've had a couple of tests right here. That was previous support. Looks like we're going to break it, in my humble opinion, but I could absolutely be wrong. And you know what? I hope I am wrong, for the people who are just wanting to keep moving onwards and upwards. But you know, if it does break down, here's a great opportunity to place some further bids and to dollar cost average in. Very bullish in the precious metals over the next, coming years in general. You have this big move up to $50 in 2011, that recent move in March, and we all know what happened in March. That was more of a black swan event, which pushed the price down to that $11.60 level. And then we've had a nice move all the way back up to nearly $30. So I think this, personally, not financial advice, I've got to keep saying that, it's just a little blip on the way, a course correction and a needed correction after this heady rise from all the way from 11 to 30. That's a big rise in silver in such a short amount of time. So a move down to here is just, I think, a nice little healthy correction in my humble opinion. And then I think we may be heading up further in the next, coming months and years after a healthy correction. Again, just my personal opinion. Everything I say here is not part of company advice. Hope that makes sense. All right, platinum, similar move with this is the monthly time frame. Had the coming off the big high in 2008 of 2300. We did finally break this downtrend line. It took us a very long time, and it happened in January of this year. We broke through. Lovely move up to 1,330 roughly, but since then a correction. But look, March 2020, that's a huge dip down to what, $560. Had a number of months, took less than a year to get to over double the price, up to $1,340, $1,330. So a correction downwards. Look, it's not out of the realm of possibility, and it's quite healthy in my opinion. Will we move down further? Quite potentially. Where would we move down to? The next level, I'm going to pop it in right here. Your next little level right here, which we could see a little bit of a bounce. You never know. This is on the monthly time frame right here at $890 in US dollar terms. So you may see a support level at 890. I will keep this horizontal line in for now. What we do from there remains to be seen. If it was a level of support, you would see a bounce back up on the monthly time frame. Where we go from there, I don't know. Again, don't have a crystal ball. If we were to move back up further, you'd be looking at this downtrend line as some kind of level of resistance. Otherwise, we'd be moving down to the next level, and I've had this drawn in for a little bit. Your next level is around about $800. Breaking down further from $800, I've had this level here, which coincides with this resistance point, and the next level here of this support level right here of between $650 and let's call it $605 roughly. Those are my levels moving down. We've got my levels moving higher. But again, right here, possible short-term support level at around about $890. So look for a bit of a bounce there, in my humble opinion, not financial advice. That is platinum. And finally, let's take a look at palladium. Whoa, my old mate Palladium, it was looking really good, it was looking really positive, and then bang, just last few months, not so great, particularly in the month of September. We've seen a move from, so far, $2,500 all the way down to $1,912, and we're currently sitting at 1,940 US dollars. Here on the monthly time frame, the most obvious point for me is going to coincide. It's a previous level of support at 1850, and it happens to also be the 50-day exponential moving average right there. So definitely I can see this level of 1860, we're going to call it, around about 1850, 1860 as a level of support. I think what you're going to see is a spike down to 1860 and then a quick gobble back up to around about this level here. Might be a level of support. Oh, let me pop that in at around about your 2050 level. So I could see a support bounce from 1860 and then back up to test this as resistance at around about $2,050. If it breaks above there, then you'd be looking at this very key level, which was support but would now become resistance at 2180, 2185. If we break down further, so for example, if we have a bounce and then a move back up and then it's a failed breakout and then we have a fast move back down, then you'd be looking at this very key level of $1,600 and roughly $20. And that was the previous, let's see, right there, yeah, a previous all-time high back in March of 2019. So a very significant level, $1,620, but we have to get through the 1860 level first. And I think that could be a significant level of support for palladium. Targets moving higher. Look, we're not going to talk about those again probably for a while until we see a reversal in this downtrend, but I will keep it here for now. I've been talking about later on down the track, hopefully around about your sort of $4,300 to $5,000 level. That's your next big significant levels moving higher, but for the moment we're looking at a bit of a reversal. So you've got my levels moving down, you've got my big level moving up, but we'll see what happens with palladium in the next weeks and months as it rolls by. I think that's pretty much it. I appreciate you listening. As always, head over to youtube.com/Bullion Now, join the family, and of course bullionnow.com.au for all your best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne in Australia. We've just come out of Tiger Week, the release of the Series 3 Perth Mint Lunar Tiger. We still have them for sale as pre-order, and I think some of them may possibly, if we take a look at the gold section, do we have any on? Maybe all that we've still got. Let's see, that's the pre-order, that's pre-order. We've still got a couple of the 10 ounce and they're ready to go in stock. If you're feeling fancy and you want to buy a 10-ounce gold tiger, please do. We've got them in stock. It looks like the rest are on pre-order at the moment, but they won't be too far away from the Perth Mint, as in being able to be in the store ready for collection or ready for shipping out. All right, I've waffled on long enough. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care. We'll speak to you soon.